who is a Texan and a first-generation American, is running for the U.S. Congress in the 25th District of Texas and says that he wants to apply his expertise, energy and forward thinking on behalf of the 25th District of Texas. Catch the excerpts of our special conversation with Panda.
Chetan Panda is a Democrat running for US Congress in the 25th District of Texas because he believes that we must strengthen and empower our community and our country so they continue to thrive. World TV Asia's correspondent Seema Govil got in a conversation with Chetan.
My first question, Chetan, is did you always had politics in mind? Were you the kid who kind of always stayed engaged with what was going on, or it was something in the back of your mind, or the circumstances made you run for Congress? What really happened?
Sure. So, I definitely have always been someone that's aware of what's going on in the world. My parents really prioritized reading the newspapers, and that was something I was interested in. So I was always interested in politics, and thought maybe one day I might go into it. Much later in my life, but circumstances changed. And for me, what changed was the immigration ban. I remember waking up on that Saturday and looking at Twitter and the news and seeing people trapped at the airport. And it upset me a lot because I'm very grateful for what this country has given me. The opportunities that I've had, my family's had, what this community has meant to me. It's really hard to actually express in words because I wouldn't be here and who I am without that. And to see people trapped at the airport was like seeing myself not being allowed to have the same opportunities, not being allowed to enjoy what America has to offer. And this country is about creating opportunities, and that's why I decided to run. We've got to get back to that fundamental mission.
As a millennial and an Indian American from Austin, and you have a very interesting background as well. You're from Georgetown University, you went to LSE London School of Economics, and so has that really helped you with the skill sets that you have developed? And you worked for a mutual fund company, and you dealt with investments and people's savings and retired people. So how is that kind of building you up and led to this day?
Sure. So, the first thing I'll say is, with my economics background, I understand economics, particularly on a global scale. But, that has taught me how to think about things critically, how to think about things holistically. And, my work experiences have reinforced that in terms of looking at the broader problem, figuring out what we need to do to solve the problem, and then executing on that.
I just want to request all our viewers to make sure that you register before Feb 5th. Chetan is from District 25 in Austin, Texas. But if you're outside the area, make sure you get to know your candidates, you understand their issues, their visions, and they're matching with you. And please go out and vote. Do not lose this opportunity. If you do not early register, you cannot vote. And so you still have a lot of days to think about, to make the decision, and go out and support the country and make it the best ever elections.
Absolutely. And to add on to that, early voting starts February 20th and goes until March 2nd. And then the primary election day is March 6th. So that's the last day you can vote. And I hope to earn your vote and your support and, make our community a better place for everyone.
चेतन के इस जज्बे और सोच की वजह से मिल रहा है उन्हें काफी सपोर्ट.
My wife and I decided to host a meet and greet to meet Chetan Panda because we feel very excited that there's a candidate in the race upcoming that we can relate to. Most of the candidates we've experienced up until now have been difficult to relate to. They don't have the same views, same background, same history. And so we felt like this was a good opportunity to meet the candidate as well as introduce him to a number of our friends in the community.
I was very impressed with Chetan's perspective on diversity, inclusion of various groups in the community, in both the voting as well as decision process. Also, Chetan has some great ideas around education as well as healthcare that we're looking forward to working with him implement those after he gets in office.
I'm here to support Chetan Panda. I have known Chetan since he was in high school. He actually joined the same school as my daughters, and I've known his parents since then. I'm very appreciative that he stood up and really cares about our community and wants to stand for office in this community, because we really need people like us in the leadership roles right now.
Panda believes everyone should share in prosperity regardless of the circumstances. To do that, we must ensure that everyone receives a fair shake, that we help those in need, and that people not only have opportunities to advance and improve their lives, but also the tools they need to be successful.
वक्त हो चला है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का। ब्रेक के बाद देखिए ग्लिम्स